Welcome back, one last time, to Justice for Jean Alesi 2 in Formula 197, the European Grand Prix at Jerez, our season finale, which in real life was a last-minute replacement for Estoril. And actually, Jerez was supposed to be on the calendar in 1998 as well, but it wasn't, for a slightly odd reason, as during the podium ceremony, Jerez's mayor, Pedro Pacheco, gave out a trophy that was supposed to be handed out by Daimler-Benz president Jürgen Schrempp. Schrempp was apparently only willing to present a trophy to a McLaren Mercedes driver, of which there were two on the podium, so no problem, right? Well, apparently a big problem, because Schrempp didn't present anything, and it's unclear as to whether it's because positions changed quite late in the race and there was some confusion, or, as some articles put it, Pacheco disrupted the ceremony. But Max Mosley would later say the disruption caused embarrassment and inconvenience to those presenting the trophies, and therefore no further rounds of the FIA Formula 1 World Championship will be held at the Jerez circuit. Literally, Jerez got blacklisted because of embarrassment and inconvenience to a president of a company. Oh, poor Jürgen. Did you not get to hand out the trophy? Did you not get to hand out the trophy, poor Jürgen? Mayor Pacheco would get this ruling overturned after appearing before the FIA's Court of Appeal, and they probably sat down and went, yeah, that's f***ing dumb. Why, that was Max, what the f*** is wrong with you? Chill out. Yet despite this, 1997 is still the last time Jerez has hosted a Grand Prix, although it has been used as a winter testing venue since. At the start of this playthrough, I said, I'm not going to bother doing all the real life stuff. Don't need to, this is my second time playing through the 97 season. Done it already, and lo and behold, I did the history stuff anyway. Sorry, couldn't help it, but for this finale, don't feel like I need to say too much because both quali and the race are legendary. This was the session where three drivers posted exactly the same time, the top two being our main title protagonists, just separated by a single point. Even more remarkable, fourth place just behind them, just 0.05 of a second back, Damon Hill, who'd started the season struggling to scrape within the 107% mark, and he's fourth, just behind the title fighters. Alesi qualified 10th, just behind Olivier Panis, and speaking of Panis, in the Panis playthrough we got pole position here, and I'm going to make that the target for today because we've done it before, we can do it again, but in practice I'm still not quite there again on the times. It's about half a second off, but I do think I can get there in this session. I think I can get pole. And obviously it's important because we are still fighting for second in the Constructors against Williams. I'll go through the permutations of that before the race, and obviously I still want to break 100 points even though I'm going to be the runner-up in the championship. And we join the final qualifying session of the season with me on a 1:13.2, but that is 0.4 down on the pole time we set as Olivier Panis. We come to start lap number 6, and we fire into Expo 92, turn number 1. Down to second gear gradually, but I snatched on the downshift there, so scrubbed off a bit too much speed, and then down to first through Michelin way too quickly as well. I'd definitely taken that first sector better. It's flat through 3 and 4 as we head towards this bridge at the end of Sector 1. As you can see, the damage isn't that bad, but I could still go quicker. Flick down to third through Cito Ponds, and then up through the gears as we head towards the infamous Curva Dreisack turn 6. Here we're going to flick all the way down to first gear, stick to the inside, then power up as it's flat through turn 7. Turn 8, we're going to go from 5th to 3rd and use the engine braking to just help us turn the car, but I could have carried a bit more speed and got out to the curb on the right hand side. Turns 9 and 10, flick down from 4th to 2nd, and this time I do get the angle a bit better, touch the curb on the outside, towards the inside and power up. We go past the chicane Senna, which was used in the race but not in the game, and we power towards the final corner, Ducados. It's all the way down to first gear, and I angle this a lot better than I did in my previous best lap, because 0.6 down after 2 sectors, but I head across the line and improve by just under 0.2 of a second. 1:13 dead, and there's still more time to be found. We skip ahead to the 12th and final lap of the final qualifying session of the season. Under the bridge at the end of Sector 1, up by almost 0.7 of a second. All I need to do is have a carbon copy of my previous best lap, and I'll be up by another 0.6. But you know that's not how it goes. So back again down to Curva Dreisack turn 6. The angle's good, but you can tell with that little accidental look back where I press in on the left analog stick that I'm really trying to push hard. It's when that always happens, those accidental look backs. Carry a bit more speed through turn 8, then into turn 9, but the angle's all wrong. It's a very annoying session because it was one of those where I did amazing sectors all in separate laps, stitch them all together, and I don't just think I matched my pole time as Panis, I think I beat it. Let's hope 13 dead is enough. It was still a pretty good time, only 2/10 off my pole time as Panis. Is it enough for pole to end the season? Yes, we do it by, well, we were comfortable. 0.6 of a second from Schumacher, Irvine in 3rd, Villeneuve 4th, Panis in 5th, Frentzen in 6th, Gerhard, where are you? Gerhard. Gerhard. You know what, it is probably time for you to retire. Yeah, sorry Gerhard. The real 1997 European Grand Prix is of course one of the most memorable title deciders, with Schumacher leading by a point, leading the race, hunted down by Villeneuve, and then that fateful coming together at turn 6 which saw Schumacher out of the race and eventually disqualified from the championship. Hakkinen would lead home a McLaren 1-2, Villeneuve in 3rd, but after the race accusations would fly that McLaren and Williams colluded to ensure a McLaren win on the proviso that Villeneuve was doing enough to win the championship. Now, I talk more about this in the Panis playthrough where we do this episode, but long story short, it was later confirmed by David Coulthard, Patrick Head, Frank Williams' son Jonathan, that it was true. A lot of them didn't find out until during the race, but it was still true, so it's kind of lucky for them that Schumacher did what he did, because it kind of took the heat off them and bailed them out a little bit. That being said, Norberto Fontana later claimed that Jean Todt had gone to Sauber and told them to block Villeneuve, and Sauber at the time were using Ferrari engines, so Jean Todt using his pull there, so in a way they were probably all at it. Now my target is once again to win the race, because we've done it before, but also because it's the only way I'm going to achieve my backup goal after losing the title of at least trying to break 100 points. We've got to win if we want to succeed at that. The other big fight is what's going on behind us in the fight for 5th between Irvine, Panis and Berger. It's looking unlikely that Berger is going to do that now, especially considering his starting position. And also, it doesn't really help as much in the constructors. We're trying to secure 2nd ahead of Williams, but if I can win, it won't matter. It doesn't matter what happens behind me then. If I can win, we will secure it without Berger, which we may have to do. I feel like the relationship has slightly broken down in the second half of the season between me and Gerhard. So here we go. Season finale. Stick around after the race, obviously, for the final standings, but also I'm going to compare how well I did this season to my other playthrough, so if you're a bit of a nerd and you like stats, stick around for that. But let's see if we can at least take 2nd in the Constructors. Was expecting sun in Spain. Here we go, Jerez one last time. Now I'm going to try and get a good getaway. Let's see if we can do it. Lights going out one last time in 97. It's not great. Ferrari so straight through. The Williams are through as well. And that is a vital position for Williams. For one of the two Williamses to gain. In the fight for the Constructors. Right, we need to get back at them. Not the place to make the move there. Panis. And that might be Panis and Irvine fighting over 5th in the championship. And we're past one of them. Don't want to cause issues. Oh, Olivier. There was never a move on there, son. He's clearly impatient because he wants to get past Eddie. Ted Wine, as he's now affectionately known. Right, and I've not got my rhythm there through that section because we're now under pressure from Panis. Just park it on the apex to make sure they can't make a move on us, but damn, it's not been a great first lap. He's having a look. Christ, this is not going the way we need it to. Oh, and I've gone too wide there. Come on.
Race order. In first place, Michael Schumacher. Second, Williams #1. He's collided with Panis. He's been overtaken.
Oh, we get back through. Fair play to Panis there. That was a bit elbows out, but he got me. But I'm currently wasting my time. Gap to Irvine growing. Where's my backup? Where are you, Gerhard? Come on.
He's really on a roll. Into lap 3.
Snatched down to first when I didn't need to. Silly mistakes again. Please don't let this be a little microcosm of our season now. Come on.
He's losing ground.
Why is the car not turning properly there? I'm taking it the exact same way as Panis comes under pressure from a Williams. Panis is back through up to turn 6. Got a Jordan trying to get in the points ahead of the Williams behind us. Right, straight back.
He's up into 4.
I mean, it's a great fight with Panis, but it's not the fight we want to be having. Oh my God.
The gap is growing.
Right, excuse me. I need to shut up and concentrate now.
He's definitely gaining.
Just have to ebb away at it, but I've lost so much time needlessly there.
We're at about half distance at this point. His lap time is quicker than the car he's chasing. He's coming up from behind now.
Just got to keep this up. It's going to have to, bit by bit, eke it out. No more mistakes. Come on.
Beautiful! The car in front will be getting worried after that lap time.
Ah! God damn it.
The gap is increasing.
Christ. Too messy. Come on, I can be quicker. Why is it so messy now? For crying out loud.
Race order. Michael Schumacher.
Oh, wow. And Panis has broken free. And Panis is on a charge. He wants to catch Irvine too. Not going to do it. I've given myself too much to do. Oh, the fall off at the end of this season needs to be studied. Actually, it doesn't need much studying. It's skill issue. God damn it.
He's up on the leader at slip one.
Yeah, I bet I am. I bet I'm going to end up with fastest lap of the race at some point, but because I've just thrown it off the road so many times.
He's closing the gap.
Look at that, 1.3 seconds in a single sector. If I'd have done that when I was, I don't know, 6 seconds behind with about 5 laps to go, we wouldn't be staring at, what's the gap? 11.5 seconds with 1 lap to go. Ah, well, this is, I can't hide it, it's a very disappointing way to end when I thought I'm very capable of winning this race. And after getting pole, it was just those early tangles with Panis that's knocked my confidence, and I made some silly mistakes, and it's the exact reason why I've not won the title in this playthrough, unfortunately. So those are the things I need to work on for next time. I suppose there's a debate of has moving to manual gears made me quicker or slower in the long run. I think in some cases it's come out even, in some cases it's made me quicker, in some cases it's added to my mistakes. So I need to improve. We crossed the line. We are the runners-up in the championship, but I think Williams have taken second off us in the Constructors. Not even surprised, we get fastest lap of the race, which is only 2/10 down on our pole time. But the silly mistakes cost us massively. Michael Schumacher wins from Jacques Villeneuve, an incredible start to get between the two Ferraris and get the job done for his team. Irvine third, we are fourth, Panis is fifth, and Heinz-harald is sixth. Gerhard Berger, where are you? The final standings, Michael Schumacher is the world champion with 122 points, and you can't argue with that at all, he has to be said. We finished second with 95 points, personal best points tally in this game. We'll go through the comparisons to other seasons in just a second, but Villeneuve is third, Frentzen fourth. In the end, Irvine and Panis finish level on points. Part of me thinks that what I should have done is let Panis through. Should have let him through to get the extra point and take it off Eddie. No, I don't have an issue with Ted White, it's fine, honestly. And there's confirmation, the Constructors, Ferrari comfortably winning, doing the double, Schumacher, Ferrari the winners. Williams finished second by just 3 points. Villeneuve getting ahead of us at the start and doing what needed to be done. We definitely failed today. Some more points from Berger might have helped though, just saying. It's an excellent fourth for Prost, and even more incredible fifth place for Arrows. McLaren will be disappointed with their sixth place, but they do at least finish in the top six, ahead of other point scorers Jordan and Stewart. I did indeed place second. I hope Murray's got some nice pick-me-up words for me now.
He's had a fantastic season, and this result is a testimony to his skill and determination. Second in the Formula One World Championship.
That is a personal best in this game. So how does this season stack up? Well, stat nerds, you're in luck, because I've been writing it down. It's the most points scored in a Formula 197 season for me personally. It's also my best finishing position in Formula 197. Most wins in Formula 197 season, and also the joint most wins in any playthrough of the Formula 1 game so far. Most pole positions in any season by a country mile. We only had 4 pointless races, and I think it really hurt us that 2 of those were back-to-back in Hungary and Belgium. This season I've made 11 out of 18 qualifying objectives, which is actually 1 less than how we did in the Panis playthrough. Yet I've had more pole positions. So clearly I've been setting myself much tougher targets this season compared to the first F197 playthrough, and we've completed 12 out of 18 race objectives, which is my best ever in any of these playthroughs. And just to prove I'm not making it up, here are the stats from the Panis season. Double the amount of pointless races in that playthrough. Failures playing a bit of a part in it, but it was only responsible for 2 of them, so can't really put all the blame on that. But yeah, only the 4 pole positions, but obviously much more lenient objectives. For example, qualifying 12th in Spain and 9th in Belgium, but that was enough for the objective, which obviously, if I'm comparing it to what was going on in the Prost, their real-life qualifying did fluctuate throughout that season, it has to be said. And comparing it to the OG season, Justice for Jean Alesi in Formula 1, the 1995 season, still the most points I've scored in any playthrough, 96 points from 17 rounds, 7 wins the joint most, 11 podiums the most, 4 pointless races though. We had 4 pointless races this season, and yeah, we weren't even close. So as I mentioned, Formula 197 is clearly the bigger challenge of the 2, and as I said, I think Formula 195 did kind of bail us out a little bit, because most of those wins, in fact all of them apart from 1, were in wet weather. So the ultimate challenge for the original Formula 1 game is dry season only, which I do intend to go back and do at some point. As for what's next though, it's the dreaded Formula 198 with a brand new driver we've not gotten justice for before, and we will try again. We'll be back to try and beat Formula 197 as well. I still want to beat it, and in the meantime I do have something quite special planned for Formula 197, a challenge that we can pick up and drop every now and again to come back to, and I'm really looking forward to it, because it's not just a new challenge in Formula 197, but it's a new part of gaming that I've not really explored before. It's quite entrenched in people who enjoy their games, and I'm now going to start exploring it. And it's not necessarily just a racing game thing either, so I'm really looking forward to showing that off in the coming months. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching this series, thank you for your patience, thank you for joining me on this playthrough. We will be back for Formula 197, but Formula 198 is coming soon, and I do hope you'll join me. Thanks for watching.